Life is what you decide it will be. That's one of the 50 plus things I've learned in life so far. One of the things that I decided years ago was that I wasn't going to let circumstances be the ruler of my life. I was going to be the one to control all the circumstances, and I was going to just be in control. That was easier said than done, of course, but because I made this decision, control my circumstances instead of letting circumstances control me, I've done more, I've been more places, I've experienced more things that I wanted to experience. And has its ups and downs, but I knew at the end of the day, I was still in control of how my life was going to go. And it's been a journey. I also understand that because life is what I decided it will be, I am able to make goals, plans, and give myself the opportunity to live fully, freely. And it wasn't always like that. I was in a place where I was feeling down and out because circumstances, they were threatening to take control. But then I had to remember, you get to reinvent your life. And that's what I've done over and over again. I've literally reinvented my life. I've literally made my life what I want it to be. And if you're not able to do that, if you don't think you have the I won't say opportunity to do that, because everyone does, but if you don't think you have the power to do that, then you won't ever change your life. You will always allow circumstances to be the thing that controls you. And that's a very powerless way to live. I believe in self-empowerment, and I know that when I am intentional about my life, I know that when I am give conscious effort when it comes to my life, things turn out the way I want them to turn out. It may not be a fast, quick turnaround, but at the end of the day, I get to again decide how I want my life to look, how I'm going to operate and make plans, take action, mostly inspired action, to reach the goals that I have. So that's one of the things I've learned in my 50 plus years of life. And I will probably make this a series and share with you more of my gems from life, and how as a Gen Xer, I feel kind of obligated to share with people, especially women younger than me, what life is about, how to live an empowered life, and do the things that you desire, because those are the things that you deserve. So until next time, like, subscribe, and share this video. Leave a comment. Let me know, are you one of those people who makes things happen, or do you allow things to happen in your life? Are you in control of your circumstances, or do you just allow the circumstances to dictate your every move? And are you reactive to life instead of responsive and designing the life that you want? There are a lot of ungrateful people in the world, and that is problematic. Not for other people in the world, but for that person, because one of the things 50 things I've learned in life so far, I've learned to give thanks and be grateful for every moment of the day. That's not always easy, but I've learned that when I am grateful, things happen. Life happens for me, life supports me, and it feels much better. It puts me in a positive, higher vibration in life, and I absolutely love it. Being grateful is like a magic potion, and the way to be grateful is just to look at every single thing that's happening in your life, from the breath you take first thing in the morning, to bones and the muscles and the eyes that work for you every single day. And if those things aren't working for you that day, or if it stopped working for you, then there's so many other things. There's a million other things to really be thankful for. Gratitude breeds prosperity. It opens doors for you. It gives you a totally different lens on life. You are not stuck in a negative cycle, and it literally opens doors for you. Because when you can see the good in life, it just kind of perpetuates itself. You begin to see more and more good things in life, because life is really what you make it, like I mentioned in the other video. And because life is what you make it, it is not impossible for you to live a great life. It's not impossible for you to have wealth, health, love, prosperity. It is not impossible. Everything is possible when you are in a state of gratitude. That's the kind of message that I'm trying to get you to understand. So be grateful. It doesn't cost a thing. It just simply costs being observant and seeing the things in your life that's working for you and saying thank you. So My name is Samantha Gregory. If you want to like and subscribe, share this video, save it. It's going to be a part of a series called 50 Things I've Learned in Life So Far. I used to be really self-conscious. And when I say self-conscious, I would believe that everyone is looking at me, caring about what I'm doing, because I grew up in a environment where people were hypercritical of me and telling me that either I didn't look the right way, I didn't speak the right way, I wasn't doing things the right way, and I became so self-conscious of my actions, my appearance, my words, and it was draining. And so it caused a lot of anxiety in my life. I've learned that really people don't care. In general, people really don't care what you are doing, how you look, how you speak, nothing, because they're too busy thinking about themselves and their lives. And that really set me free when I understood that people do not care about what I wear, what I do, where I go, how I speak, because their lives are so filled with their own activities, maybe distractions, so many different things. And by releasing the idea that I am under scrutiny, I am being perceived a certain way, I'm able to be on this video and talk to you. And so even though it's been a longer, harder journey than I would have liked, and now that I've learned the truth, I'm able to bring more of myself, my authentic self, to the world, to hopefully touch the right people at the right time who needs to hear this message, and to help people, women specifically, empower themselves by releasing limiting thinking, negativity, thoughts, and really live up to their fullest, most abundant potential, because we all have it in us. And because we are unique, we're different, and there is no one else on this planet like us, we get to show up fully, freely, and kind of display our colors and share what we're really about, whether someone notices or not, but with the understanding that the right people are going to see you. The right people are going to notice you, people who are going to be supportive, people who are going to love your energy, love your essence and what you bring to this world, and they want to become a part of your soulmate community, as I like to call it. Tribes are okay, but because I'm an introvert, I only like to allow a certain amount of people in my life. So a soulmate community works for me. So leave your comment. Have you been under the impression that people really care about what you're doing, where you're going, how you look? And if so, you can let that go. But it takes time. It takes process and progress. It takes self-empowerment, but you have it within you to do that. So this is part of my 50 things I've learned in life so far. Be sure to like, follow, and share, and even save this video if you need some encouragement for the future. And I will see you in the next video. Be true to yourself. A lot of times we grow up in thinking that we have to be loyal and faithful and give everybody the benefit of the doubt, be more concerned about how other people feel, what they think. But being true to yourself is like the most loving thing you can do for you, because at the end of the day, you're all you have. At the end of the day, you're the one sleeping in your own bed, paying your own bills, doing all the things that you desire to do. It took me a minute to figure that out, that I need to just be true to myself and to adopt a radical selfishness or self-care mindset, because I was always giving, thinking that it was going to give me some kind of validation from the people that I was giving to. I was taught that you should think of others more highly than you think of yourself. You should always put others ahead of you, and that you would have some reward in the by and by. But I realized, well, that's not true. Because while I'm giving to others and being the champion for everyone else, no one was championing for me. I was being used, I was being left out, I was being disregarded, I wasn't even being seen. But I learned the hard way that I have to be true to me. All the decisions I want to make, well, they're my decisions to make. And if my decisions inconvenience someone else, then that's not on me, that's on them. And if I'm behaving differently because I'm no longer catering to everybody else's whim and I'm no longer doing what other people want me to do, then that is their problem. But I have to be true to myself, because the things, the desires I have, the wishes that I have, the goals that I have, no one's going to reach them but me. And if I put the things that I want to do at the back or on the back burner, then I am doing myself a disservice, and I am teaching my children, the people around me, everyone, that I am not worthy of being first in my life, much less their lives. So being true to myself is the goal. Being true to myself is what I want, what I desire, what I deserve, and what I'm going to live out day after day after day. And if people don't really like it, oh well, I can't do anything about that. Like, subscribe, follow me, and save this video if it resonates with you. This is part of my 50 things I've learned in life so far, and you can go back and look at some of the other videos, and if you have questions, I'll be happy to create a video in response if I get enough that are kind of the same type of questions. Take care, and I will see you again next time. Begin your self-love project sooner than later. What does that mean? It means that when you're young, you are looking for approval of your peers, teachers, parents, siblings, other relatives, college admissions, people. And in the process, you really don't discover who you are. You don't learn to love yourself, because you're going through this time in your life where there's so many bodily changes happening that it's easy to start to hate yourself. It's easy to start to feel like, oh my God, what's good about me? But the truth of the matter is, everything is good about you. You are amazing, because there's only one of you. No one else on this planet is like you. So you need to start your self-love project now, because you're not going to really change, not necessarily inside. Externally, you can change, you can grow, you get older, you get a few more wrinkles in your face or whatever. But in order to be able to sustain this life, in order to be able to truly enjoy this life and find happiness, you must start your self-love project. That means getting to know yourself, accept yourself, love yourself, and no matter if you have a gap, if you have wear glasses, if you have skin that other people don't really approve of, if you are smart, not so smart, if you have a temper, whatever it is, love every part of yourself, every version of yourself. And when you're able to do that, you are powerful. When I say powerful, you are powerful when you love yourself, because no one else can tell you how worthy you are or how deserving you are, because love is truly a powerful, powerful, powerful thing. And as you grow deeper and deeper in love with yourself, you begin to repel self-haters, doubters, people who hate themselves, people who want you to be miserable because they're miserable. You will see the red flags in every kind of relationship, whether it's friendships, romantic relationships, or whatever. Self-love is a shield. It is a protector. It is a thing that will 10x your life experience. And I'm just telling you that because I'm falling more and more in love with myself every single day. And the change that's happened in my life because of that, phenomenal. So I encourage you to start your self-love project sooner than later. This is my project to share 50 things I've learned in life so far. My name is Samantha Gregory. I am a coaching consultant. I love helping women empower themselves so that they can show up authentically, beautifully, and with the most that they ever want in life, prosperity, whatever. You deserve it. And if you like this series, follow me, like, subscribe, and save this video, share it with someone else too who needs to hear this. Talk to you soon. Do the healing work to uncover your happiness. What does that mean? How can healing your happiness is at the rubble at the bottom of your heart. That is a statement that I thought about a few years ago when I was doing my own excavation project to uncover the soft heart that I have. Because for years I was hard-hearted, I think. I was upset, angry, feeling bitter, feeling alone, feeling like life didn't love me, didn't treat me well. I was always making mistakes, etc., etc. But when I started the healing journey, and a lot of people are on their healing journey right now, I discovered that at the bottom of all the rocky, stony places in my heart, there was happiness. It really was there all along. And I didn't have to look outside myself for it because it was always there. And once I figured out, well, happiness is already in me, like a wellspring that never runs dry, then I was even more intentional about my healing journey. I knew I could look inside myself and I could find all the joy that I needed, all the love that I needed, all the happiness that I needed, but I needed to go on that journey. I needed to heal myself from the junk, drama, trauma, all the things that a lot of people in this life deal with. And as I've gotten closer and closer and closer to that soft, shiny place in my heart, happiness has emerged. It has changed me. It has given me courage. It has given me hope. And it has empowered me to continue the journey and to continue to look for more and be grateful for more and to experience more than I ever knew I could experience. And one of the things that I've also discovered is that all the things that I learned in church, in school, and all these places that said to look for your happiness outside of yourself, you'll be happy when you do this or when you do that, or when you go this place or go that place, or when you give of yourself sacrificially, when you tithe, when you do all those things, then you'll be happy. But I found that it's not really true. In fact, that could be a bold-faced lie and a mechanism to control people and to take advantage of their unhappiness. And so I had to boldly go where no one in my environment was willing to go, and look within and really see, feel, understand, experience the joy of healing. And then I'm not saying that it was a happy experience. I'm telling you, it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life. The healing journey is hard because it brings up so many things. It reveals so many lies. It makes you question, was all that I learned when I grew up just all a lie? Well, it probably was, but it's not your fault. It's not really their fault either, because people, they just perpetuate what they've been taught, what they've experienced, and whether they are happy or not doesn't really matter, because as long as you're following the rules, as long as you are doing what they say you should do, then that's all that matters. Your happiness doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but I'm just here to tell you that your happiness does matter. It is at the end of your healing journey. Not even at the end, it's probably in the middle part. But as you continue your self-excavation, heart excavation project, you're gonna find that the happiness is just waiting for you. And You just got to go within. This is 50 things I've learned in life so far. I hope that you're enjoying this series. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. I will try to do a response video for you. I am Samantha Gregory. I help women self-empower. I help women embrace radical self-care, and I love what I do. I love sharing. I love teaching. I love, giving people tools that they need, practical tools that they need in order to live their best life and live the blissful life. Talk to you soon. Forgive yourself. That is my message. Forgive yourself, because until you forgive yourself, you won't be able to forgive anyone else. You won't be able to move forward in your life in a authentic, truly free way, because forgiveness is kind of equivalent to freedom. I'm not saying that you are excusing anything that you ever did in your life that was wrong, or was it wrong, or was it just an experience? But when you forgive yourself, you apply grace, mercy, all the things that you want and need but couldn't really get out of anyone else. You give it to yourself. And this forgiveness sets you free from all of the struggle. It sets you free from the stress of, deeply buried thoughts, feelings, things that you are subconsciously doing that may be sabotaging your life. When you are walking around with guilt and shame and self-hatred because of decisions you made in your youth, decisions you made about a relationship, or things that other people accused you of that may or may not have been your fault, you carry a lot of baggage. And that baggage is really not worth it. It's very heavy. It will literally destroy you, because you are holding on to something you can't change because it's in the past. And the only thing you can do is learn from it. Learn from it and let it go. That's really the only two options you have. Learn from it and let it go. And letting go means forgiving yourself and giving your heart and mind and soul a break, because everybody makes mistakes. And here's the other thing. It's not really detrimental to you unless you just didn't learn the lesson and you keep doing it over and over and over and over again. So release the guilt, release the shame through self-forgiveness, and march on into a life that you truly love, a life that you want to create that's filled with all the dreams that you've ever had since you were a child, because that guilt and shame and regret, that's a barrier to your best life. You get it? It's a barrier to your best life. And there's nothing in this world, on this planet, who says that you don't deserve that, other than people who are looking to control you and want to keep you in bondage to your past, your so-called mistakes. And here's what I think about mistakes and doing things that are wrong, quote unquote. Life, we're having an earth experience, an earth journey, and it is an experience that you're having. It is not a life or death, heaven or hell situation. It's simply an experience where you're here to have and learn from and move on. Because if we continue to think that this is a heaven or hell, life or death proposition, then we're going to always be so filled with fear. And when fear drives you, it leads to other things that can just be detrimental to you. This video is getting kind of long, but I just wanted to tell you that forgiving yourself is a cornerstone to happiness, and releasing all the things that you feel that you have done wrong, because there are no mistakes, there's no wrong other than not learning the lesson and releasing it. This is part of my 50 things I've learned in life so far. I am a Gen Xer. I'm 50 plus years old. I'm loving my life right now, and I am living in a free way. And I want to just share with women younger than me that they can empower themselves if they follow some of the things that I'm suggesting, and they can live their best life. So I hope that you're enjoying it. Please follow me, like this video, share it, and save it so that other people can see this information and they can begin to empower themselves too. Have a wonderful day. Forgive others even if they don't ask for it. Woo, that's hard, right? Because they should pay for what they did. They should, not be let off the hook because they broke our hearts. They made us feel like trash, and they don't deserve our forgiveness. Holding a grudge, being adamant about the fact that I'm not going to forgive them and I'm going to make sure that they know I'm not forgiving them. Well, you're really the only person that's held hostage by that. You know that? I mean, you're the only one. And forgiving other people, even if they don't ask, is a tall order, but it sets you free. It makes you free because you're no longer giving space and energy to the past. You're not giving space and energy to that person, because the more you hold on to thoughts, feelings, animosity, bitterness, grudges against the other person, you are literally giving them energy. Do you want to keep doing that? Do you want them to keep taking up space in your mind rent-free? That's essentially what you're doing, because every time you think about it, you relive the situation. You relive what happened, and it's just like it is happening over and over and over again. And your body, your nervous system is being wrecked because you have these thoughts, feelings, ideas about what this person did, how they treated you, how they hurt you. And I'm not discounting your feelings because they are valid. However, I am giving you advice that I've learned the hard way. And I know that forgiving people who hurt you, whether they acknowledge it or not, whether they ask for forgiveness or not, is the way that I empower myself. And that's what I'm all about. I'm about self-empowerment, because that is the way, the gateway for my happiness, for my joy, for me living a life that I am free from other people's behaviors, thoughts, feelings. And it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I am responsible for myself, my feelings, and maintaining and managing my energy. And I'm no longer willing to give other people my energy. I'm not willing to let people live rent-free in my head and holding on to memories or reliving memories that I can't do anything about. So I'm letting it go. I'm letting them go. I'm releasing them. And I am taking back control of my life, my energy, so that I can live the best life possible for myself, and so I can be the happiest version and most evolved version of myself. My name is Samantha Gregory. I empower women to empower themselves. I love doing this, and I love sharing with younger women what I've gone through, how I've journeyed through this life so far. And so if you like this series, the 50 things I've learned in life so far, follow me, like this video, share it, and then save it so that others can see these videos as well. Take care, and we'll talk soon. If you have a comment, a question, leave it, and I will try to do a response video for you too. Let things and people go that keep you from living your happiest and best life. Things and people. What does that mean? Well, my name is Samantha Gregory. I empower women to empower themselves, and I'm sharing the 50 things I've learned in life so far. Letting people and things go that hinder you from living your best life is a good thing. It can be challenging because we want to hold on to people and things that really aren't serving us. Sounds kind of selfish, don't it? But it is another key, another thing I've learned in life. Letting people go may mean your friends you've had since elementary school. It could mean siblings, parents, friends, anyone that does not have your best interests at heart. Anyone that sabotages you over and over and over again, frenemies, those are the people who keep you from living your best life because they are sapping your energy, especially if you're on a healing journey and you are trying to level up in life. Level up your relationships, level up your finances, level up your living situation, level up your energy, all of it. But if there are people in your life who are negative, people who are committed to your failure, you need to let them go. Situations are the same way. If you're at a job that has been sapping all your energy, you can let it go. You can get another job. And I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to do in the world, especially now, but you can start thinking about what kind of job I want to have, what kind of business I want to start, what kind of how I want to make money so that I can live the life I want to live. It may mean you have to leave the city that you're in. It may mean that you have to uproot yourself and be transplanted somewhere else where you're going to bloom and where you're going to grow and where you're going to be happy and where you're going to thrive. So if living your best life is your goal, then you're going to have to do something different. If you're okay with the way life is, if you're okay with drama, if you're okay with people bringing you down, if you're okay with toxic situations and people and circumstances, then continue to do that. The world only gives you what you ask for, what you set your intentions for, what you decide you want to have. And it all comes down to a decision that I'm going to live my best life and I'm going to start now. And in the process, as you're growing, as you're on your healing journey, you're going to really see, your eyes are going to be open to the people who aren't for you, the people that you need to let go, the relationships you need to let go, and begin to surround yourself with people who are where you want to be and doing what you want to do. It's hard, it's scary, but it's possible. And the journey of self-healing has to be done alone. It cannot be, you can't take people with you when you're leveling up. You can't, and leveling up in meaning when you're healing. People who are not committed to their own healing will hinder you from trying to heal too, because it means you're going to be leaving them and you're going to be elevating, upgrading your life. And you may get a lot of negative feedback about it. You may get a lot of naysayers, people who are going to discourage you, but trust me, you want to keep moving forward. If you want to live your best life, if you want to be empowered, and if you want to live as your happiest, most evolved version of yourself. My name is Samantha Gregory. This is the 50 things I've learned in life so far. If you're liking this series, then please follow me. Like this video, share it, and then save it as well if you want to come back and listen to this message again and get this reminder that sometimes you have to let people go, and it's okay. They will be okay, especially if they're grown people. They'll be okay. You deserve this, and until next time, I will see you in the next video.